They're still not here. There's one more thing I'm going to try, which is actually saving and quitting. Because if it is just a timed event, I don't want to be waiting around for it. So if this doesn't work, I'm basically going to check the spoiler log to see if there's actually anything useful. Because if this is the remaining big key I need, that's infuriating. And there's a 1 in 10 chance it is, because there's only 10 things left on my list at this stage, because we've essentially 100% of the game, which is pretty cool. There you can see the name of my practice account. I'm a very mature man. I'm a doctor. Well, they certainly don't appear to be here. Maybe I have to give them the pictograph again, I don't know. Now I've actually become Lenzo's apprentice? Let's try that. Why not? Huh. I think I may have fucked something up with flags. I'm going to check in the spoiler log and see if that's necessary or not. Hopefully not. Nope, cool, it's just the dungeon map for the Earth Temple, which we don't need. Wonderful. I did wonder why that dungeon map was. So that then does kind of mean that the big key is either hopefully in there or is in an adjacent treasure chest. Treasure chart, even. So with that, let's head down to the depths of the Earth Temple. I didn't get light arrows fast enough. Get away from me, you freak. Yeah, there we go. Shame I can't use light arrows for something cooler in here. But there we go. Right, I think I now need to just burn through this thing. Oh, I've forgotten how much fun this aiming was with my controller. Oh, shaky hands. And then I think I'm hoping that the button that I pressed to shine the light through there is already pressed. I have no real idea of what sticks when you leave and re-enter a dungeon in this game, because I never normally do that, because why would you? That just doesn't really happen, so let's see. Yeah, it's still shining. Wonderful. That's only a tingle one over there. Oh, there's still a few more chests around here. How do I get... Oh, dungeon map. Good one. Right, let's kill some dudes in here. Handy that you can kill Pose with a light arrow before having to actually... before actually having to make them real. Right, I didn't want to do that, did I? There we go, that's what I was aiming to do, these weird nose men. That was me useless. Fuck off, you. Right, so yeah, oh yeah, that's it. It's this one I need to break, so I need to actually turn everything around. I got him just in time. That was funny. Right, that should then be enough to hit this thing. Yeah, there we go. Cool, on we go. I'm also assuming that there's no more small keys. I mean, literally, I think everything else in the game is in this dungeon somewhere, so if there are any small keys, hopefully they're here. Right, I want to go straight ahead here, apparently. Fortunately, I have got the compass for this place, which is very useful for actually making sure I don't miss anything. Ah! Get away. What the? Did light arrows not work? That's not on. Or maybe it just wasn't awake enough yet. Yeah, it just wasn't awake enough yet. Cool. Ow. Trigger all this shit. Right, what are we looking at? Skull necklace. Garbage. Really, again, wanted the big key for this dungeon. I am going absurd with light arrows, I know, but you know, hey, if you've got them, you may as well use them. For exactly that reason. Right, deeper in we go. Ah, one of these. Excellent. Right. Bum, 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 bum. Right, can't go across there yet. Oh, I can open this up for later, though. If any of the other ones I've got actually work. That will be a little faster if I can actually open up the top one, but that may be a problem. Well, let's go into this and see what happens. See where at least it vaguely connects to. It goes somewhere, that's good. Oh, this is at least slightly higher up. Cool, I need to remember that, it's in that room. For when I inevitably have to get back down here because one of these chests is not going to contain the thing. Is my bed here? It's just, the numbers game just is not comfortable. There's only 4 more chests in here, of which 3 are C charts. So it's got to be the one that contains the key. Which is unlikely, ladies and gentlemen. So let's head down over to here. I mean, it's possible. I've had some dumber luck than that in this playthrough, but... No, there's 2 in here. Those invisible ones. But I need to get some light running first, which means... Oh, it's not my Wind Waker at all, which means getting Medley onto this bit here. Right, now let's start the process of following this light around. Wow, actually, let's just get this first chest that's here off the bat. Maybe this'll be it. Or maybe I can't shine at it because I have stupid hands. There we go. Discouraging. Let's lock that in place, and then I need to shine this onto the nose man over there, don't I? I do quite enjoy this puzzle. This is a fun one. I've just realised my numbers game might be off because it's like I'm looking. I've got 3 sunken treasures left on my chart, but there's if one of them, if they do just contain pieces of heart or rupees, then they would just be on there, and they might be what you get for doing the Sploosh game or the Savage Labyrinth or something like that. So that 20 rupees there made me realise those 3 treasure charts don't necessarily have to be anywhere in the Earth Temple at all. My list is only the things that could be regression items, but they don't have to be in any meaningful way. Right, now, how do I get that over there? I think I have to use Medley at this point. And I basically want to shine that at that hop platform there, which then lets me relay it along. This is an enjoyable puzzle. Well played, Nintendo. Hey, that's half of it done. Right, does that mean I can now get the other chest? I think not quite, actually. I need to make sure I've got a... I can't actually pick up the light on this side yet. There we go, now I can. So, that can be used... First off, I need to break that nose man. And then, let's get another chest. Rupees, wallets. I had completely forgotten that that thing was still out in the wild. It's not exactly a boss key to the Earth Temple, though, is it? Maybe it's in the boss chest for the Earth Temple. I mean, that would be funny that on this playthrough, of the 5 like boss chests, 4 even, 2 of them contained other boss keys just by chance. If that's the case, that is deeply funny. I need to be here, so I need to bring Medley over. And then I can relay that over onto that wall. Wonderful. Wonderful, let's open the way through. And there we go. A fun puzzle all round. And another unnecessarily cool sliding door. And I believe it's another like stealth boss fight or something through here. Which should be nice and easy now that I have light arrows. Oh no, it's just a dark nut instead. Right, let's see if the big key is going to be in the big chest. If so, that's deeply funny. It's a treasure chart. Either that leads to the big key, which is funny, or... Is there any other spots? Oh, there's one more chest there. Oh yeah, that's some kind of stealth boss room. That one up there is only a tinkle chest, so there's one more. If it's in there, that'll be hilarious. If it's not, that's less hilarious. How do I get to that one? Oh, it's through here. I think I've forgotten this bit exists. There's been a lot of that with this game. Oh yeah, I can laser these crypts open, can't we, from up here? And as ever, let's go down and abuse some light arrows. Wonderful. What do we get? Hilarious if this is the big key. But I suspect this will also be a treasure chart. One of those 2 will contain the boss key, which is very funny. Slightly frustrating that it means I have to come all the way the fuck back down here again. But hopefully that with that pot I unlocked, that should be slightly easier. Right, let's crack this one open. That's a high pair. Okay, great. So I'm guessing it must be the one that's in the treasure chart that was in the chest. The big chest is the one that then leads to the big key. Let's walk back out and find out. Right, let's find out where it is. It's a fairy island. Southern, is that? Oh, no, it's northern because the way the butt, isn't it? Yep, northern fairy island. Cool, let's walk up there and see. Right, please be the big key, otherwise I'm going to have to check the spoiler log because that would be me counting as officially stumped. That's me counting as officially stumped. So apparently, there's a platform I missed, which I must have mistakenly crossed off my list, and I think I know when it happened. Because I crossed off I went earlier this session to the platforms at 7-star isles, which were on my list to find I'd already done them, and what is now there on my list, which is now what is not on my list, which so I've crossed it off but not done it, is the platform at Starbelt Archipelago. So I think I've got 7-star isles and Starbelt Archipelago confused and listed incorrectly whether I'd done the platform or not, because that is supposed to be where this key is. So let's go and do this platform. And there it is, the missing chest, containing a Triforce chart. There's your missing Triforce chart then. I can guess where this is going to lead. Let's head to Tingle and decipher our final one. Fortunately, we've got enough cash for that. Looking at this map, it's going to be at Greatfish, because that's the only one that's even still that's not got a thing crossed off, because we've actually otherwise done every single sunken treasure, which is quite cool, because we've done everything. Because I suppose I have been 100%ing in this way. It's interesting that this is the way it's gone. That, for example, there's no reason why I couldn't. So the challenge I set myself was just beat every boss. Well, first it was beat the game, then it was get the double magic meter or play until I'm bored. Then it was beat every boss. But it's obviously I could have technically I could have beaten every boss without getting literally every single progression. Or could I? I have to get all the. No, because like a lot of these have led to like maps and compasses and stuff like that, and rupees and hearts, all of which could have been anything. But it's interesting that it kind of just by chance has meant that I've had to. Yep, definitely great fish. By chance, I have had to do literally everything. Like I've got 2 left on my list: Linda and Anton, which is crossed out because I think it's bollocks, and Jalhalla Heart Container. Which we're about to get, which is going to be something useless as well, which is going to really continue the thing of bosses giving us useless shit. Well, actually, so Caldemos gave us a treasure chart, and I actually didn't keep track of where that treasure chart necessarily went. Oh, that was one from the boating course, which was the deluxe picto box. Actually, was blocked. So it's a slightly unusual thing for a boss to be guarding, but at least compared to the others that have just been guarding low-level spoils, you know, it's something. Anyway, let's go and dredge this last treasure up. See, there's no reason why I would have had to dredge up literally all 49 treasure charts, given that a lot of them have contained rupees or hearts or something like that. But I suppose I have always been like, hey, let's follow everything along to its conclusion. What can I do? Though, again, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Well, let's dig it up. And there is your Earth Temple Big Key. Wonderful. Let's head back down and fight the boss of the Earth Temple. Right, let's roll. With one of my favourite bosses, Jalhalla, because the music, especially on this dude, is fucking fantastic. And it's just a fun fight, generally. It's going to require me to do some aiming, which I don't hugely like. Now, gotta test this, just to be sure. I don't want to grappling hook him in the bollocks. No, that's... Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I thought. He doesn't even take damage in the traditional sense, because you bowl him into a wall. Now, let's see how much I can take out his pose easily enough with Hurricane Spin. Oh, it actually caps it. Did not know that. I guess that means there must be just a hard limit on the number of cycles, on the lower number of cycles. Yeah, so it's capped at... Is that a third or is that a quarter? Well, either way, yeah. It's a... Oh, that's cool with the blue fire coming out of him. He's probably one of the bosses that's been palette shifted the most clearly. Though we didn't really get a good look at Caldemos, let's be honest. I suppose that we also had, you know, asparagus-coloured thingy, so... Oh, did I miss that? Shit, I did. Oh, that's embarrassing. Well, let's break him open again. Ah, I forget that you can actually do that. Yeah, it's definitely a third, so it must cap at a third. That's interesting. I'm learning. Still, even like 10 hours into this little side series, I'm learning. Which is very cool. Oh, what the fuck? Again, Jalhalla's just doing some moves I've just had no idea he could actually do. There we go. Right, this should be then the final cycle, so I've switched my bow to just normal arrows so I can just pick them off with that, because it's a bit easier than trying to actually chase them down. Because obviously, thingy is limited, the Hurricane Spin is limited its ability to actually get them accurately. Where's one more? There it is. Oh, come on, really? How is one even powering him? That's nonsense. Oh, you're going to hell, son. Cool, and I'm going to get some useless garbage from this, I'm sure. Because I've got every bloody treasure chart, so I guess it's just going to be a piece of heart. That's all it really can be. Or, you know, cash or spoils. Let's see if it's going to be join the annals of the bosses with useless items. Let's find out. Oh, it's a piece of heart. That's something at least. So that's funny. There's a piece of heart from this, and there's an entire heart container just on the roof of this dungeon. That's deeply funny to me. And so with that, on to Ganon's Tower. I mean, there's nothing exciting to show there, but I'm going to play it because of course I am. Where is the piece of heart? There it is. Does that give me a container? Nope, so I'm missing 2 in the whole game, so there must be 2 that are linked to shit I didn't randomize, so like, as in, not randomize, but didn't include progress items in, so I haven't got like the Sploosh game, the Savage Labyrinth, the Tingle Chest, stuff like that, because they're all nonsense. Right, let's warp up to Forsaken Fortress and the end of the game. Because you've kind of seen the end of this before as well, I'll reflect a little bit while I'm doing those fights. Alright, first time to kill this greasy bastard once and for all. This is always a satisfying moment, when you actually finally do him in after fighting him so many times. And basically the only time the you can pick up other things' weapons actually really comes into play. I suppose it does with those metal things early in the game, but... Now this bit was always kind of fun as well, the grand staircase of just fighting more and more absurd enemies. Which will be made particularly amusing by my abuse of light arrows. Though again, you're supposed to have them at this point, so maybe I'm not abusing quite as much as I think I am. Killing Dark Nuts is particularly satisfying with that thing because they, because of how their armor explodes. I'm really enjoying that as a concept. And it is interesting that the animation of one light arrow is exactly the time it takes for you to be able to fire again, which is probably not entirely accidental, that they want to make sure that, you know, you can't just overwhelm the screen with particle effects, because GameCube was... This thing is sometimes a bit... oh, is that just my ring hitting it? Could just be my ring hitting the side to the Z button, quite frankly. Right, let's just take it these guys from a nice safe distance, because these are the caped fellows. Haha, I love the other guy just doesn't even flinch while his comrade is eviscerated. Right, are we going to see this cutscene or not? Because this cutscene's quite cool where Ganon cracks and goes into the ceiling, but I suspect the fight with Phantom Ganon will have just... with Puppet Ganon will have just started. Yeah. Oh, he's blue. Creepy. Right, so we want the boomerang on. Basically, you don't have to do this. I'd like pluck all his strings to gimp him at this point, but I find it much easier to fight if you do that successfully. Oh, he's punching. Right, good press. Wow, that took a long time to come back. Come on, there we go. Hitting the tail one is one that actually really matters, that makes it much easier to hit, but... I really have actually managed to get all of them except the tail one, that's absurd. There we go. Alright, let's do him in. Well, do him 1 unit of damage at least. Is it bats now? I think it's bats now. Oh no. Just pops down again. This first phase is not very exciting, but it does set up really nicely for that bit where you think he's dead and then he just comes back to life. Like, that's cool as fuck. And phase 2 is interesting and also has fantastic music. That's bats, there we go. And unfortunately, my boomerang is stuck in orbit, so that's going to be a problem. Please stop spinning, you mad bastard. There we go. Right, let's get some magic off these guys, hopefully. Or let's get absolutely fuck all. That'd be cool as well. There we go, cool. Hey! Get down here. What's he doing? Do not want. Or did I just take too long? In fairness, my boomerang got stuck in orbit. That's hardly my fault. Oh, not again! There we go, I've had enough orbiting boomerang for one day. Oh, not again! Ugh! He's stolen my boomerang and put it in orbit. There we go. Ah, Christ. Oh, that'll do. He's gimped enough, I think, for me to take the shot. Wow, I pissed that up the wall. God, I'm bad at this. Oh, this doesn't bode well for snake mode. But yeah, this is quite cool. and this fucking facial expression when she goes, But this is some fucking great music, this one. And you don't hear enough of it. Oh, some of the best music in the game, but it's literally just in this one very short fight that's actually quite easy. I've not been watching where he's going. Should have been watching. Oh, we're fine. And it's quite a cool concept to have to like, use the reflection basically to actually see where he's going. I'm actually going to let him do another cycle because I want to get to my favourite part of the music that I don't know if we actually even showed off during the main series of it, is the bit that immediately follows this, which is kind of based on the Helmut King's theme, this bit. But this bit upcoming here, I love the sound of. Oh, I think I just nailed him there. And then the music loops, and like you have to be pretty suboptimal at the boss to even hear that music in its entirety, which is a real shame because it's some of the best boss music in the game. But boy, is it well hidden in the second phase of a 3-phase boss fight. This one I was just found really funny because it uses that same synth trumpet that Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire uses, which makes it sound like this would not be out of place in Meteor Falls or somewhere, especially with this little bit here. There we go. Some of the shots on this guy are real fucking satisfying to make, but it's hard. Oh! Turns out I'm not safe up there. But why would I be? Right, and wallop! Oh, yes! What a shot! That was bloody good if I do say so myself. Not got a huge amount of magic left, so I'm going to try and milk some out of these morphs. I've always never been sure about the extent to which he actually does target you, or if he is just moving truly randomly. Never figured it out. Where's he gone? Right. Oh, hello. It really doesn't help that you have the fucking mass. Oh, you can hit him in the face just on him. Did I know that? Surely I knew that. Yeah, I think he is definitely coming for me here. Right, there we go. Ah! I'm having a rough one. This is a mess. And the music does fit this one of just being a complete bloody mess. Where'd he go? He went in the damn wall! I'm losing my damn mind. Well, when I thought this game was done with surprises, what a shot! Holy shit. That was incredible. I always think about snake phases taking fucking forever. Oh, that's creepy too. Yeah, I always think of snake phases being grueling and taking forever. That was a lot of fun. Doesn't hurt that I made like 2 at least impossible shots. Don't even see Ganondorf mocking us from the top, not Gandalf. Does this work? I assume this doesn't work. That's a hard no on that. Right, let's go and confront my larger self upstairs. Oh, blue Ganondorf. Creepy. That's quite funny as well. The palette shifting has just been an amusing thing as well for mixing things up a little bit. And it's funny because I'm Ganondorf and I'm Ginger and he's blue. There we go. I think in this... There we go. At this phase, all I really need to do is dodge and wait for her. He can actually lay down a surprising amount of damage. Yeah, I just need to dodge and wait for her to actually nail him while he's laughing. Yeah, that's what you get for taunting, you little shit. But I kind of forget how much damage he can do. Shoot him. Shoot him while he's laughing. There's your moment. Oh, and now he goes and pimp slaps her. This is particularly funny because I'm Ganondorf. I'm you! There we go. Dude, I need to be a bit more careful. I'm not high on health at the moment. Dying on the final boss would be a bit embarrassing. There we go. Gotta wait for that parry moment. There, it's funny to just get kind of sucked towards him by the parry. Get up, there we go. And then in a wonderful bit of tactics, she decides she's going to shoot me instead of shooting him. I suppose because it's like he's too smart to... there we go. Yeah, I guess the deal is like he's too smart to be targeted directly, so he focuses on me, but she can target me with the mirror shield. Never quite got it, but I guess it works. Ah, there we go. And in the brain. Now, do we cut straight to credits, or is there... Oh, there's actually see the scene. That's quite cool. I guess it won't be mine. Oh, it is mine thing. Oh, that's... He's got the Gerudo symbol on his back as well. That's quite cool. The wind, it is blowing. Not a great final line, Ganondorf, but generally Wind Waker Ganondorf is a very cool character, so... And there we have it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. And we have beaten Wind Waker Randomizer. This has been really good, actually, because I started running this over in the back of my brain when I did Super Mario Sunshine again, and was like, oh, it was really fun to actually go back through a Let's Play. What other Let's Plays have I enjoyed? Really like Wind Waker. Not sure how much mileage there is in just fully replaying Wind Waker, though, because it's massive, loads of it to be cut. And this has provided a really good way of kind of basically me getting to replay Wind Waker, but streamlined, and especially streamlined from a content perspective. It's really cool. I can see, having now played it through, I can see why the randomizer's default settings are the way they are. Because I had to force it to randomize to, like, treasure charts and platforms and submarines and long side quests and stuff like that, thinking like, oh, I want to make sure I can play the game fully, but there's a lot of that stuff, and that's why a lot of it was just sailing around finding platforms and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, that was fun in its own way, and I wanted to do the whole game, but obviously, if you restrict to the default things, especially without the key thing, because the key thing is kind of cool to mean you have to dip in and out of dungeons is mildly interesting for making it a bit more non-linear than it tends to be. But then also, yeah, dipping in and out of dungeons is frustrating. What? That looks weird, because it's covering his hat, which isn't there. Yeah, like, dipping in and out of dungeons, especially, like, Forbidden Woods, is frustrating, and there is an option for basically having a walk pot at the beginning of each dungeon that takes you to the beginning of the next dungeon, if you've been there before, so you can kind of, you could use, like, Dragon Roost or the Wind Temple, or one of those ones that's relatively easy to access to warp to some of the other ones, which I can see why they put that in. And generally, I'd say the quality of life improvements they put in, like just having, like, the Swift Sail, starting with Ballad of Gales, cutting out little bits of cutscene and travel, did just make it so much more playable. I mean, I was able to do this in something like 12 hours full, rather than, you know, the 20 hours it would have taken at normal sailing speeds and stuff like that. And there we have it. I'm pretty sure that that I was incredibly inefficient in that. Like, actually, if I think about the route through it, that could have been, I could have done that incredibly easily. Because I think I would have had to do maybe the bits of Forbidden Woods I did. Can't remember if there was anything in there. Maybe the bits of Dragon Roost I did, but definitely there was nothing in the Wind Temple, the Earth Temple, or Tower of the Gods that I actually really needed. Forsaken Fortress did a lot of it, so I think I could have wrapped that up much faster if I was literally just beating the game. But I wasn't, and now it's been a nice little buffer. So on to the future now. Thank you everyone for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will enjoy starting soon Super Mario Odyssey. Thank you very much, and good day.